What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Louis Sports podcast. This is episode 216 for the week of January 2nd, 2022. The title of this episode is Back to Business. You know what I should have said to open up the show?
What?
Welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast, where the points sometimes matter.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Because they don't matter all the time. But they matter sometimes. My name is Josh, a.k.a. JK Fire, and this week I'm joined by the man in the exclusive Raleigh HCS hoodie, Will, a.k.a. I, Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you doing on this Monday evening?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
You know, yeah.
We're doing.
We're fucking,
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
We're doing the do, as the kids
Doing
would
the
say.
do. Okay.
Yeah. So wasn't it Zarners who was like, did we have a conversation about do country? And basically we determined that like everywhere is do country because they just want to say that to get to sell more Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Those sneaky motherfuckers. As you drink Diet Mountain Dew on the show. Not an ad. We're not sponsored by Pepsi.
Let's turn that around.
Don't even give them the satisfaction of it being on the camera.
No, you get the gray back of the label.
There you go. Yeah, fuck you, Pepsi.
Get at us, though.
Oh my god. Because that's gonna make them come our way.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys say fuck you to us? What?
It was
We're doing the do, guys.
Yeah.
We go hard, you know? For those who are tuning in to the live show, welcome. What is up, Sub-Spirit? Welcome to the live show. Good to see you. Hope everyone is having a great day. We're going to talk about some shit. Will, do you want to know what is coming up on this week's episode of the show?
Yeah, what do we got?
The feedback around Halo and the HCS is, believe it or not, being heard. Okay? It's being heard, Will. Maybe. I promise. Jesus Christ.
We'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
Tashi's going to fucking hate us.
He is.
Episode 200. Go listen to that interview if you haven't already. Tournament announcements, because, you know, that's kind of what point of our show is. Yeah. HCS stuff.
A bit.
Rostermania has officially begun for the 2022 HCS season, Will. And so we have a few teams to highlight for you. So we're not going to go like balls deep in this shit yet. We're not going to get deep. We're not going to get so far into the weeds. Instead, we're going to focus on the three that happened. What's up, Eric? Welcome back to the live show. This is in do country. Fuck you is a term of endearment.
Beautiful.
That's it. We should just get Mountain Dew merch that says "fuck you" on it.
Great. Yeah.
The back just screams "do country." Oh my god, it will go over well. Tournament recaps, including the first Infinite HCS Open Series. Map Legends returns for a double feature, as a matter of fact. So we have two. If you guys don't know what Map Legends is, it is a collaborative effort that the folks over at Podcast Evolved, your home for Halo, that's halopodcast.com. They do a Map Legends segment, which is a deep dive into the lore aspect of Halo maps. And so we have two segments for you today. We're going to go into those later on in the show, so stay tuned for that. More infinite modes could be on the way, Will. There's a plethora, if I was to use a little bit bigger of a big boy word on the show. Plethora. You know, smorgasbord would be another word that I would use to explain the amount of modes that we might be getting in Infinite.
All right.
Nice little smorgasbord. There's a TikTok, Will. I know. I'm sorry.
Wait, you're talking about TikTok?
I know, right? It's crazy.
Oh boy.
I know. There's a TikTok of a woman, an older woman, and she called a charcuterie board a charcuterie board.
Okay, yeah,
you've seen that one.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wanted to say a charcuterie board of modes that could be coming, or a charcuterie board.
Great. Wonderful.
We are a PG rated show over here. Just kidding. And then finally, the CDL is going through a rough time, to say the least. We're gonna talk about the shenanigans happen over on that side of the world. It's funny because I should save this for this segment, but I really don't care. I really wanted to tweet you know the GIF or like the meme of what is it? James Franco being hung, and it's like first time. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. I've never seen that one.
It's a thing that I see all the time, and I wanted to just be like to the CDL community with that, like first time, because we've been through as a competitive Halo community, we've been through some shit.
We have been left out to dry, so to speak, at times.
Yeah, and now things are obviously making that turning point because Infinite released, but now the CDL folks are kind of going through what we have gone through. And
yeah, maybe we should say, screw it, we'll talk about it now. All the investment that went into this league too, from the teams and everything else, it's tough.
We should save it for the segment because we talk about what Nate Shot said as well.
Gotcha.
So we'll save it for the segment because luckily we do have a segment devoted to the CDL stuff and other games. But without further ado, let's actually get into some competitive Halo news. And like I mentioned before, believe it or not, HCS feedback is being addressed soon. So this is
I just had to throw some shit there. I'm sorry.
I hear you.
Stuff is happening here.
It's all good. Crunchy Dad still love the name. Will always love the name. Says, hey, just stopping by to say hello, but I'm going to listen to the pod tomorrow at work. Hey, thank you for stopping by. You have a great fucking night, and You'll listen to this again when you listen to the show tomorrow, but we love you, love the name, and enjoy your day at work tomorrow. So the HCS feedback is being addressed soon. This is by Tashi, and he states, so Kolek actually asked and said, wonder when HCS will help make the amateurs experience any better than Raleigh and the past HCS events. Tashi replied with working on it and on a blog that will address feedback. Look for it in the new year. So hopefully that'll be coming relatively soon is what we would hope. Because there's a lot of feedback that folks are wanting, especially considering the Open Series that just took place. We'll talk about that drama later on in the show. So, and then Dude with a 3 instead of the E, we've talked about it before. He says, so when is 343 Industries going to contact some Brazilian orgs and talk to them and show that you guys really want to grow Halo? I would love to help you guys take initiative on this. Tashi replied with, already in contact with a major one. Won't happen overnight, but we are committed to growing the scene over time. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and Tashi, I believe, talked to us about it, that they had to start small and they had to draw it back in, refocus, and then rebranch out. So it's good to hear that things are in the works.
Absolutely. And it was good. It was good to get that actual information from him, like through this tweet, right?
Yeah.
That it is actually being worked on.
And it might be difficult now that this season has technically started. So I wouldn't imagine personally seeing it until next season.
Right. Agreed. I can agree with that statement. HCS provides the content for partner teams. This is by Optic Roger. And I didn't mean to make that sound like a bad thing. I just want to provide my context to it after I read what Optic Roger said. So he stated, HCS delivered over 1 terabyte of content from Raleigh to provide to the partner teams. Comms, behind the scenes, interviews, etc. These guys are head and shoulders above everyone else in under 2 months. You can really see the love and dedication they have for Halo. So I want to commend the HCS team for doing that. So congratulations to you guys. That's fucking awesome. Keep that going. But I also tweeted this out, and I want to just say on the show as well that I'm really glad this is happening for partner teams.
Yeah.
But I would love if as long as it's feasible, right, to give the this type of content, if anything, if like comms, footage, whatever it may be, to the amateur teams, like if they make it to a specific point in the tournament. So it doesn't, like if they make it to main stage on a LAN, right, give them that content because they made it that fucking far. If they make it out of pool play and they make it into champ bracket, give them that content because they made it that far. Like, I'm not saying you need to give everybody in the open bracket everything, right? But like ridiculous. Expanding a little bit further than just the partner teams. Again, if feasible, I'm not saying it needs to happen immediately, but like, I think it'd be really cool as a step in the future. And then, yes, I did see Eric, have a great night. We'll catch you next time. And then also, thank you for gifting a sub to Sub Spirit, as a matter of fact. And Sub, I saw you thanked Eric. You get a woo! There it is, baby.
Gosh, so nice.
Absolutely. Eric's one of the best.
Far too kind.
Eric's one of the best. Halo Infinite multiplayer map tips. This is by Wonder Boy. I already included Live Fire and Streets last episode, but he just made a video for Bazaar. So I wanted to include all 3 of them. You can check them all out. Exclamation point show notes in the chat, or the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. All that fun stuff. Check it out. Halo Australia with the T's. This is by Halo Australia, and I quote, Halo Australia weekly and monthly tournaments will resume in January. That's this month. Big announcements to come soon. Fuck yes.
Keep your eyes peeled over at Halo Australia.
Yes, please. Women's Halo Infinite 4v4 tournament has been announced. This is by Kunoichi CGL. I probably butchered that, and I apologize. But the tournament is taking place on January 15th, 2022 at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a $500 prize pool plus crowdfunding. So if you want to donate, check out the information in the link. Again, exclamation point show notes in the chat. Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Season 2 of the Halo League has been announced. This is by Halo Competitive over on Twitter. Introducing Season 2 of the Halo League. A €2,000 4v4 EU league starts the 19th of January. €45 entry per team. And the playoffs are the 18th and the 20th of February. And then a $2,000 4v4 North American League starts again on the 19th of January. $45 entry per team. And playoffs are the 25th through the 27th of February. So if you're interested in any of that, again, links to everything. Google Doc the show notes of the show. And finally, the last piece of competitive news that we have for you this week. The Penn Halo January Draft Tournament has been announced. This is by Penn Halo. And they state $500 plus prize pool. $10 entry until 12 a.m. Eastern Time. I think that's probably over now. It's taking place on January 30th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a double elimination bracket. You can find out all the other information at the link provided in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Who would have fucking thought that?
We've only been doing it for 2 years, 3 years.
Oh my God, dude, it's crazy. I was thinking about, like, or you know how people were like tweeting their recaps of the year and whatnot?
Yeah.
Part of me thought we started the live show in 2021, but we didn't. It was in 2020.
Yeah.
Like, I've just like, fucking crazy. That's it for the competitive news. Your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by NoobCombo.com. Check out NoobCombo.com for other Halo Wii sports needs and their new merch. Check that out too. Tuesday, January 4th, we have the HCS Pro Series for Mexico and Australia, New Zealand. On Wednesday, January 5th, we have the HCS Pro Series for EU. On Thursday, January 6th, we have the HCS Pro Series for North America. In the Please Boss Man Halo Infinite 4v4. On Friday, January 7th, we have the EGL Master Chief Cup number 5. Saturday, January 8th, we have the Europa Halo Kickoff Cup, the Halo Draft League Halo Infinite Draft 4v4, and the EGL Halo Banished Cup. And then the reason why I said HCS Pro Series is because on Sunday, January 9th, we have the HCS Open Series for Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, EU, and North America. That's why I put emphasis on things, you know?
I was really surprised.
Oh, surprised.
You didn't say Mambo number 5 after.
But I said the fat in like the way that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised you didn't follow it up because usually you do.
Mambo number fat.
Thank you.
Also, I totally forgot to include this in the news because I mentioned in the upcoming tournaments that the Europa Halo Kickoff Cup is taking place. Guys, Europa Halo. Again, this is like, I did the like breaking news, but it's not breaking news. I just forgot to include it. So Europa Halo, don't hate me. I'm sorry, Jersey. I'm sorry. Okay? Calm down. So they have a full roadmap as well for the entire year.
Wow.
Can I get a...
Wow.
Thank you. Where I give you the mumbo number fat, you give me the...
Wow.
There it is. Jesus Christ. So Europa Halo has an entire roadmap for 2022 as well. They revealed a small chunk of it for the very beginning here. I'll make sure to include the link in the show notes so it actually can be found then. But yeah, that is the first event of the roadmap. So stay tuned for all the fun stuff. They're going to have a 2v2 tournament that's going to take place. They're going to have a bunch of cool shit, and I can't fucking wait. It's so exciting. But that is it for your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all the Halo esports needs and their merch, which you should buy if you'd like. And if you don't, just message Maddie and say, fuck you. But if you do that.
Say it's from Josh.
Say it's from me, yeah. Do it. He'll get it. He'll understand. Maybe. It's like, who's that? Who the fuck's Josh? Like, it's the guy that's been shouting out your fucking website for the fucking, like, past year, basically.
It's been more than a year, man. We've been doing.
What am I doing? What year is it?
Where are we?
Oh, God. Are you going to say what I think you're about to say?
Who?
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
That's. What do we got next? Rostermania!
Yeah. Some Rostermania.
Yeah.
Start off with Nated.
Oh, Nated.
Over on Twitter, he says. Stays?
He
States?
He says.
He says.
He says.
Josh.
He says. He says. Ooh, baby. When he moves, he moves. That is the oldest American Idol reference you'll probably ever hear in your lifetime. That was season 1, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Was he season 1?
Who?
That dude who, like, did She Bangs, She Bangs.
God, season 1 or season 2? Yeah.
It was so.
William Hung.
That's it.
I saw him.
Wow, we're old as shit. You saw him?
Yeah, so.
He rode that fame
so
as much as he possibly could.
I can't forget. I think it was fall, and me and a few buddies were going to a Minneapolis bar club type thing because a band was playing there.
I think I've heard this story.
You know the band. They're called Some Shitty Cover Band.
They're really good.
But we went to go see them, and we get there early. We pay our cover charge. We get in, and we walk in the front door, and who's on stage but William fucking Hung doing the she-bang,
He literally rode that fame for the longest time that he could.
Yep. So I got to witness that in person, which was great. And he hung around for a little bit. Didn't go up to him or anything because I'm like, it's William Hung. Like, but yeah, he did. Anyway, Rostermania, right?
Third season.
Okay.
He is currently 38 years old. It was early 2004 as a result of his unsuccessful audition performance of Ricky Martin's hit song She Bangs on the third season of the television series American Idol. I mean, poor guy. He rode that.
Yeah, he went on press tours and stuff.
He knew exactly what he was doing. So,
anyway.
Good for him. Get that bag, bro.
Back to Rostermania. Nated States.
There it is.
So, unfortunately, anything HCS official I can't participate in until after the first season is over due to my involvement with the Forerunners. Looks like season 2 might have to be my official return if it happens. Got to play in a couple more events for the fans. So
you do.
Nated eventual return. From G2 Esports, Arctic is gone and in is Tusk. So they signed Tusk. It's now Tusk, Sab, Straight Sick, and Gilkey.
Indeed.
XStat made some changes. They released Porky J and Filthy G.
Half their roster.
They signed Arctic and Tonyson. So that now includes Kratos, the Spectre, Arctic, and Tonyson. And then Gamers First, G1, however you want to reference them, they released Gunshot and they signed Ollie, formerly known as Commonly, and that is now a team of Ollie, Predevinator, Squall and Sargoth.
Very nice.
And that's what we have for Rostermania.
As of right now.
For now.
Justin says, just retire, JK. Good to see him eventually return. Also, Justin, welcome back to the live show. I want to see Nated just like get a couple more in there just to be like, why not? Fuck it.
See if he can make another like surprise run like he did with Allegiance. And
I mean, the fact that he's been he's been streaming for as long as he has. His hands aren't cold. Like, the man can still play. And I've seen him play some Infinite. He can still play. So it's just the question of, like, sub says nated plus formal would be Pog. Poggers, bro. Who knows who he'd be picked up by or the team that he'd create.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, and this is no knock to nated, but, like, he's not going to be picked up by a top tier squad that's established in Infinite, especially after the first year is done. I just don't see that happening.
Not unless he can somehow prove himself that, hey, he's back for Infinite, right?
Sure.
But
anything's possible. I just don't see that happening.
I can agree. I can agree.
Just considering, I mean, he could stream ranked and just create content around ranked. And I mean, hell, he could even, if he wanted to, he could play in community run tournaments that aren't HCS and Face It involved.
True.
To, like, keep himself consistent and getting, like, tournament experience back. Like, he has tournament experience out the wazoo, but, like, just getting back into that groove again.
Well, I think he has all the experience, but I think he still needs to prove himself again.
Yeah, 100%.
Say, hey, look at what I'm doing. Pick me up.
Right. Absolutely agree. So who knows?
Who he'd play with at this point, though, I don't know. All the talents in the Open Series, you know what I mean? Like,
they just need to bring. So we knew Enable was playing on status quo.
Yeah.
So the question of whether or not he continues to play with status quo. But, like, let's say a year goes by, right? The 2022 goes by. We have our new roadmap for 2023, the full year, because Tashi, you're going to keep doing that, right? Right? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that happens, right? And Nated's able to unretire because now he's eligible to play. It's Nated, Enable, Neighbor, and
Formal?
Ogre 2.
Ogre 2 just comes back.
Yeah, just coming back.
He did. He was at Raleigh.
Yeah.
He did play.
And yeah. Played in that big team battle. Bonanza!
Yeah.
And got shit on. No, he didn't get shit on. He actually played pretty well, if I'm not mistaken. But
I heard, who was it? Echidna.
Yeah.
Saying that, so I popped in her stream.
Yeah.
And she was saying that, like, her team, like, they didn't know how to throw the seeds. And she, like, told them, like, halfway, like, partway through. Because, like,
so you're not alone. You weren't alone.
I wasn't alone.
Oh, my God.
I wasn't alone. So, that's, like, we saw that huge momentum shift for GB at the end, right?
Yeah.
That's when G piped up and was like, what are you doing? Like, throw them. That was the whole game changer right there.
Right.
Which was crazy.
It is.
Like,
it is crazy. What I thought was the game changer was when fucking Ubernick was in his fucking Scorpion tank and just he annihilated. It's like he got 2 rounds of slays and nobody grabbed the flag.
Yeah, it was no.
I'm like, what are we fucking watching here, guys?
When you talk about objective proficiency, that wasn't it.
No, that team was not doing it. But no, like,
anyway,
Oath. Shout out to her as well, and, like, obviously her play speaks for itself, but like, I think she was sitting next to Ogre too, and just to be in that situation, or just sitting next to him, and, like, he looks like just the most calm dude ever.
He does,
and I'm like, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I wouldn't know what to do with my hands. I'd just be like, it's you, man. You're there. You're sitting right there. Be like, fuck. But no, they all did really well.
They did.
So yeah,
all right,
good for them.
Do you want to take this next one or should I?
It's up to you.
All right, we got some scrim recaps. And this is via HCS Scrim Tracker by Moses of Forerunner GG. So we'll start off with December 29th. We had Ascend play against Navi. It was an 8-2 going to Ascend. E United took on Team War, 10-3 to E United. And then FaZe Clan went up against Cloud9 and lost 4-7. Cloud9 still showing some dominance.
They are.
On December 30th.
You're gonna see another Cloud9 dominant victory in a little bit here. Just wait.
E United 3-0'd Built by Gamers. E United 6-0'd Gears Pros. E United 7-0'd The Guard. G2 Esports won 10-3 against Status Quo. Complexity 5-4 against G2 Esports. And Cloud9 9-1 against Gamers First.
That's not the one I was even referencing. It's next day.
On January 1st, FaZe won 8-5 against G2. Cloud9 13-0 against the E United.
Yeah.
January 2nd, Cloud9 10-3 against KCP. E United 8-5 against G2. And then Optic 8-5 against E United.
What's up, Legend? He says, yo, what up, boys? Just watching one of y'all's episodes. Hey, thank you very much.
Hey, now you're watching another one.
And you're watching live, baby.
Woo.
Yeah. So yeah, Cloud9 are clear. Like, okay, scrims are scrims, right? You're not going to give up all your strats, but you're keeping those hands warm. You're trying some new things out, getting things locked in, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
Cloud9. Ooh, boy. They're looking spicy. You know what I just hope? And I've been it's in the back of my head like the entire time. All I want. Also, what's up, Davey Wavy? Welcome back to the live show. One of the things, so like it's always in my fucking mind. It's so stupid, but I think I remember it during a CDL champs, or not CDL, but like just Call of Duty champs.
Okay.
And E United when they had Clay, Simp and Abizi, and Arcides, I think even at that time, because I think that was the team that won Worlds at one point in time. But just hearing the E United chants in the crowd,
yeah,
I just want that for Halo too.
Sure.
Because I love the way that just rolls off the tongue with a chant. It's like Optic Gaming or Let's Go Optic, you know?
Sure.
It's the same thing. It just sounds really good in a chant. So I root for the E United boys in that regard. I want that to happen. All good, Dave. Good luck in your class today, my friend. I hope it is a good one, and I hope you learn lots of things. Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry.
All right, we'll move on to some tournament and league recaps.
Actually, I am going to cut you off just for a second because I always do this. But in all seriousness, we did say how scrims are scrims, right? But if you want to watch some high-level gameplay from these professional players, go to that 400GG article in the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in chat. Dave already did it. You can click on that link. And go to that 400GG article because linked in there should be one of the POVs that was streaming their scrim. So if you want to watch some high-level gameplay taking place there and you don't have time to tune into one of their streams live, go check out those links.
Awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry.
All right. First up, we have College Halo Infinite 4v4 results. In fourth place, we had Texas A&M. This included Pokemon Guy, Drifted Ty. I'm going to go with Blakey and BT Fluffy. In third, we had Florida International, which was Hunter Killers, Pandemon, Your Sandwich, and Virtual Josh.
Fuck!
You get some G Fuel powder down the throat?
It's the second time today! Fuck! Oh my God!
A rage with the tier 1 sub.
Brian's fault.
He's just killing Josh over here.
With the 17-month resub. Woo!
Yeah, hopefully that loosens up the powder. Man.
Dude, it's literally the second time today. I was so focused on his God damn it. I'm a mess. 30's killing me, dude. Oh my God. Guys, don't turn 30. It's not worth it. I promise. It sucks. Body's fucking deteriorating. You want to know something real quick? I'm sorry you're reading through the tournament results, but just real quick.
Every time.
Fuck you. Woke up the other day, and I wasn't feeling like P. Diddy. Instead, I woke up. That was a Kesha reference. I was stretching out. I was just stretching out in bed, right? After waking up. I fucking, strain a muscle in my leg. What the fuck? Dude.
You got to stay limber.
Oh my God, 30 sucks. Okay. Florida International.
All right. But again, the College Halo Infinite 4v4 results. Fourth place was Texas A&M. Third place was Florida International, taking home $50. I already said their name. So we'll move on to the second place team, ASU Maroon, taking home $150. It was Jelly Beams, Butter Beams.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Aeronomics, and Eagleless won.
Very nice.
First place, University of North America. God. Wow. $300 to them. It was
a real thing. I'm looking it up.
Josh is going to look up if University of North America is a real thing. I'm going to stall while I try to read this name. Is it Mathoru? Mathoruk? Maxki, Shaka, and Armor VA. I don't know.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
It's in Virginia.
Huh. Who thought?
I'm not gonna. I won't do it. Don't worry. Even though it's west.
Mm.
See, I'm not gonna do it.
I was thinking. Okay. I was thinking the name was more like America. Fuck it, like
saving the world every motherfucking day. Yeah. Terrorist, your day is through, 'cause now you're gonna answer to
America.
Fuck yeah.
Team America World Police.
Is it lick my ass and suck on my balls?
Yeah.
So lick my ass and suck on my balls.
Moving on.
Don't DMCA us, please.
I don't think we could get close enough.
Also, we're not a fucking family show, if that wasn't figured out already.
Is it Metal State Halo Infinite 2v2?
Yo, Zarm at the 8-month resub. You get a face.
I mean, language. Why you gotta do that to the man? Why? I thought we were past this.
Well, 1, 2, 3, face.
You only get that when Drunk Will's out, okay?
Sorry. All right, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, man. I can't stop him.
No, Zarm, thank you for the 8-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated.
All right. May I continue?
What? Yeah.
Metal State Halo Infinite 2v2 Cup results. In fourth place was Team Naz. I don't have player names. Third place was GHC1. Second was Carnage Gaming. And first, don't use P-word Randy's. What?
I'm wondering if that goes on a list, Will.
Of worst?
Does it? I'm wondering.
Yeah.
It? Worst? Okay.
I also added something to the bottom of this page.
Oh, you did? I saw you type in.
We'll just save that for later because I don't want
No, you're good.
things to happen, but it's an idea.
You said you added to the bottom of that page? Or the page we're currently on?
Oh. I thought it was on that page.
I don't know where you put it. It's fucking Brian with the same.
Hold on. Ah.
I like that.
Yeah, secrets.
I like that. I like that idea. All right, we're keeping that shit.
But yeah, don't use P-word Randy. What the Randy at the end?
So worst team names of the year.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my God, we actually have one.
We have one on the list.
Finally. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Dope.
All right, Josh, you ready for the next part?
Oh, is it the map legends?
No.
Oh, is it the topic?
We have a topic.
Oh, it's the topic.
We have something to talk about.
Yeah, we do. Topic for talking about topics. So we have the HCS Open Series drama and results, as a matter of fact. So let's start with some drama, because who doesn't love drama? You know, drama. He was Deerdick's brother, wasn't he?
Who?
Rob Deerdick?
Oh yeah, from like the show?
Yeah.
Were they brothers?
I thought so.
Or was he like his cousin or nephew?
Oh, maybe.
I think it was his nephew or something.
What was their like big warehouse show or whatever the hell that was called?
It's like fantasy something, wasn't it?
Relent.
They were cousins.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate you. They're cousins. What was the name
Fantasy
of that show?
Factory.
Fantasy Factory.
Yeah.
Rob Deerdick's Fantasy Factory. That show was badass.
I'll never. Chanel West Coast got beamed with a dodgeball and broke a tooth.
She did. Was it Big Rob?
He was on.
Was that his bodyguard? What was his bodyguard's name? Because rest in peace, him. I think he passed away. I'm pretty sure.
Big Black.
Yeah.
Robin Big was the show before Fantasy Factory.
Another great show. Oh man. Wasn't a huge fan of Ridiculousness, but
it's like the new America's Funniest Home Videos though. It's on MTV 24/7.
It is. But no, Fantasy Factory and Robin Big both were great.
Yeah, with the asshole mini horse and the skating bulldog. Yeah, Robin Big.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Dude, great fucking, oh man.
That like it makes me think that was like
old.
almost like the early days of like vlogging. Like that's what that show kind of felt like. It was just Robin Big running around doing his fun shit, his press tours, whatever it was.
It was awesome.
It was like
their banter back and forth that they had. They just fucked around.
It was like it was like almost like a Rob Dyrdek vlog.
It was. It was very good. I mean, Fantasy Factory could have kind of been seen in that way too.
Yeah,
just doing kooky shit. Yeah, because didn't they transform Drama's like office into like everything cat related because they named a Big Cat or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, dude. That show's awesome. Okay, we're really showing how old we are this episode. So let's get to the drama because that's how this whole fucking spiel started. I'm sorry, getting off topic like we always do. Double elim to single elim, back to double elim, with the teams capped at 256 instead of over 500. Okay?
Yeah. So
wrap your mind around that gibbly gobbly bullshit. Okay? So here we go. And this basically encapsulates everything that happened. So Tashi put out a series of tweets and he said, tomorrow's, as in not tomorrow because this already took place, so keep that in mind. HCS Open Series tournament and future ones have been switched back to double elim like the first Raleigh qualifiers. This was an oversight. Thanks for alerting us. Update on the team cap. The team is working closely with FACEIT to increase. Need to ensure the tournament can run smoothly, of course. Additionally, drama that surrounded the HCS Open Series of events, a lot of this stemmed from the lack of communication that took place due to how things happened. So the reason I say that is because people were expecting, because the qualifiers were like this, that the team cap was going to be like the max of over whatever it is over 500, right? But then they come out, Rage says lack of communication, number one problem ever. It is, it's true. Not just in Halo, but like in tons of industries around the world, right? Communication is a big problem if it's not executed properly. That's exactly it. And it really feels like it wasn't executed properly here. Now, part of me, I don't want to give a lot of slack here, but part of me understands from like a holiday perspective of not being able to have maybe not have everything dialed in right away. But again, that's not necessarily, I don't really like that excuse because you've had all this time to prepare for this leading up to it, holidays notwithstanding. So really it does feel like a dropping of the communication ball, where there were a lot of teams that were anticipating that they had more time to sign up when they didn't. And now the argument could be made, well, why didn't you just fucking sign up earlier? Well, a problem is that teams are still trying to solidify themselves before the deadline to sign up, right? Mm-hmm. So you may have friends that flake out. You may have players who just at the last second realize that I just don't have the time that I can dedicate to this, unfortunately. You're going to have to find a fourth. Or maybe things don't work out in scrims, whatever it is, right? And so these teams are trying to get that extra time to solidify their roster so they can sign up before the deadline and be able to compete. Well, when you're told moments before like the signups close that, hey, we're having taking half of the amount of signups possible for the events, and that's what you're given, spots fill up like that, right? And again, it was just a communication issue that really took place there, at least from the outside looking in. That's what it felt like. What I will say is that there's a reason why there was a comment that somebody put out to Tashi, and I'm not including it in the show because it was just the dude, understandably frustrated, just came off as an asshole, and I'm not including that because Tashi's reply was, we're not lying to you. It really was an oversight. Like that's honestly what it came down to. It was just an oversight due to like time constraints and whatnot. So, and he's going to make sure that doesn't happen again. It was something about like, oh, you have it in for the partner teams. You want like, you're giving them special attention. It's like, no, that's not the point at all. So I appreciate Tashi's response. And hopefully, like he says, this can be remedied in the future and this doesn't have to happen again. There's something to be said that there's always going to be roadblocks. While this does seem like one that could have been taken care of ahead of time, and the communication does suck that it didn't come sooner, the fact of the matter is you have to learn from it, move on, right? We can't dwell on this any longer. It's already taken place. He said that they're working on it, and we can only hope that things get addressed. Now, I will say this. If this happens again, okay, and this becomes a pattern of things happening where communication is an ailment, communication is not being given in appropriate amounts of time, then yeah, I'll chirp back, because I will give you a pass this time based off of everything that's taken place. It is what it is. All I can ask and all I can see based off of Tashi's response is that he's working to remedy this for the future. And as long as that happens and it's remedied for the future, okay. It was a road bump. We got over it and everything is all awesome now. But if it keeps happening, I'll give criticism. Will, your thoughts?
Like I said before, it really comes down to, like, they switched from double elim to single elim probably to compensate for the 512 players.
Yes.
They went back to double elim, so they cut it. So it's like, really, what do you want? The same competitive integrity of a double elim tournament, or do you want more teams to compete?
Well, towards the end, those qualifiers were double elim and max
didn't they
teams.
go till 4 a.m.?
That was another one of the arguments that took place. And
yeah.
I understand that. I do. The only thing that I'll say is, and obviously we all wish the game ran perfectly and didn't crash and there weren't disconnects. Because think about that. If there weren't disconnects,
it could have been better.
It could have been better.
But how much?
That's the question, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much better it could have been.
So honestly, the switching back and forth and miscommunication sucks. But if they get a standard established now for moving forward, I'm fine with it being 256 teams, just for the fact that we do get a double elimination tournament, and those other teams who maybe need to work on their play a little bit, can play in more of these community tournaments, and just spreads the community out so that they are branching out. They're not playing in one single tournament all the time. Maybe they can make a name there and then move on to the open tournament if they need to work on their gameplay. Just saying. 512 teams seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot. My counter argument to that is I want everybody to have the opportunity to play if they want to. Like if they're able to sign up within the time frame given and they have a team, obviously, then I want them to be able to have that opportunity to compete. Because you don't know how things are going to pan out in the tournament.
How many teams competed at Raleigh? Wasn't it just over? It was 200 something?
Yeah.
And it was 500 slots open. Right? We had so many people buy team passes, sign up, that didn't end up playing. I know there's extra involved in this, right?
No,
or maybe it was like 270 and like 210 showed up.
I'd have to look at what Tashi said. I'd have to cross-reference information, but there wasn't that big of a divide.
That big? Okay.
And team passes did sell out, and it was over 200. I know that.
I just don't want this whole thing where like there's so many slots open that people sign up just to sign up.
No, I agree.
I want there to be people who want to be there.
Right. And for me, it's the argument that I've seen where like we've had clearly there is a lot of interest in wanting to compete in this title because it's so new.
Mm-hmm.
And like you look at the previous qualifiers that took place they weren't all qualifiers. I should preface that. They weren't all qualifiers. But the tournaments that led up to Raleigh, right? If we take those into consideration and the fact that we literally did have a maxed out, well, not all of them showed up, But again, it was a relatively small number in the grand scheme of things that didn't show up. But like all 512 spots, if that's what it was, were signed up for before the tournament took place. So there is that want to compete. I agree with you that I don't want things to run until 4 a.m. I'm guaranteed the admins don't want things to run until fucking 4 a.m. And I also understand the player's mindset of, well, it'd be like a lot more added to competitive integrity if it's a double elim, because then you have that second shot to prove yourself, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a really hard give and take. And then I did see, maybe it was Moses who said it, but like, why not then just split it into 2 days if you're worried about it like going till 4 a.m.?
Sure.
In which case, I do see that. I respect that. But then my worry is, what if more teams drop off because, well, now you have to dedicate 2 days instead of 1 when they already had that 1 day ready to go. It's hard. I don't envy the admins at all. Like, and for all the people, another don't be a shitter moment, to all the people that are being assholes to the admins that are running these events because you're being a little pissant and not getting exactly what you want. Really? In the words of me, don't be a shitter. Good Lord. It's unbelievable the amount of shit that they have to go through. It's literally one of the reasons why one of the greatest people in our realm is no longer affiliated with them. Think about that. And if you can't put 2 and 2 together to think about who I'm talking about, you'll figure it out. Because that's his story to tell if he ever wants to tell it. But it's just, come the fuck on. Brian, you're 100% correct. It's thankless jobs, and they deserve so much praise. Because while you, as like player A, may not be being rude to them or whatever, there's always another, like a player B or a player C that is. So just because things are taking longer than expected, or the team cap is reduced, whatever, don't be blaming the admins who are trying to make things as smooth as humanly possible to get you through your games as quickly as possible. They're just doing their job. I swear to God, people, it seriously seems to me that people are acting like Karens in front of customer service representatives. That's what this community sometimes makes me look at. Like, it's crazy. Will, do you want to talk about some qualified teams for the Pro Series, though?
You want me to run through those?
I'll run through them if you'd like.
Doesn't matter.
Let's I'll start with MX. You do we'll go back and forth.
Oh, okay.
So, the HCS Open Series, the Mexico results, as a matter of fact, the qualified teams for the Pro Series, which is taking place this week, includes Timbers Esports with Magic Buttons, Noble, Ram, and Pillow God. Enchiladas.
Delicious.
Yes. With Dolan, Sepstars, Zark, and Zeus. CN Singularity with Soy Lea Rocha? Fuck me. I Not Jerry. Apparently that person's not Jerry. Sobrio and Borgie. And then Alter Esports with Zaron 1, Paradise, Grimsty, and Attenues.
Awesome. Moving on to Australia, New Zealand, the results. Qualified teams for the Pro Series include Malicious, which was Jim Bob, Brattles, Rated, and Zavi.
Whatever your interpretation.
Nuke and Pave, Boca, Junior, Nexus, and I'm Newbies. 1620 Kings, which was Benji, Plasma, Ryu, and Lolly. And then Disruptor Fans, Cluzy, Rice, Apollo, and Jordan.
For the EU, the qualified teams for the Pro Series include Bongo, which was apparently Phantom, which is Ebby, Shabby Dagger, The Speed Show, and Thomas. Sus, which is Cinder, Sunrise, Uman, and Unwise. Easy Team, which is Chronozer, Creep Easy, Frugal, and Hayam Ninja. Fantastic, which was Melting Pot. Valkyrie, Kawai Zami, Nemanes, and Nisitio. Wake Up, which was Sunny, Wootler, Mentlan, and Zufoa. Team Almighty, which was RS8, Callie, Crystalix, and Shad. Kitty Crew, which was Marine, Defectify, Mista, and Outka Steve. And finally, High Stakes, which was Left Eye, Legend Graham, Lil Sandal, and Wolfius.
All right, and then the Open North American results. Team War, Super CC, Encore, Jazero, Septify. Oxygen Esports, Common, Haynes, Swish, and Its Name. Falling Esports, Gold Star BR, Neuronical, MTK, and Sorel. Built by Gamers, Nemesis, Amaze, Minds, and Nebby Neb. Complexity Gaming, Triton, Vetra, Rob the Turtle, and Hysteria. Gamers First, Squall Elite, Predevinator, and Sargoth. Unsigned Talent, Aperture Avenue, Flazen, and Suppressed. And then EXO, Employee Fantasy, Moment, and Neighbor.
Thank you very much, Will.
Yeah.
Brackets and VODs all included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. ! Show notes in the chat. What we are going to do is, that does it for that topic. So now we're going to be watching back-to-back segments of Map Legends, which again, if you don't know, is the Podcast Evolved segment of our show, where the fine folks at Podcast Evolved have put together a lore background video of some of the Halo maps that exist. So we're going to have back-to-back segments here. The first one is going to be Haven, and the second one's going to be the Rig, if I'm not mistaken. So, Will, in order to make this actually work out well, and hopefully OBS doesn't fucking crash again. What's up, Turo? Welcome back to the show. Again, hopefully OBS doesn't crash. We're going to see what happens. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the first Map Legends segment.
Game types Team Slayer, Regicide, and Free-for-All, and supports objective game types Capture the Flag, Oddball, and King of the Hill. From a lore perspective, Haven is part of a massive grid of harmonic resident platforms which monitors and maintains the artificial suns and their solar preservation systems on the Forerunner Shield world Requiem. Unlike most Shield worlds, where the artificial sun lies at the center of the world, Requiem hosts multiple artificial suns and are placed high in the sky on the inside of the exterior protective shell. To describe Requiem's shell design, think of the outer shell as a thick, protective mechanical layer that encapsulates the world. The solar energy from a real sun in space is incapable of penetrating the outer shell when it's closed. Thus, small artificial suns must reside and operate safely and efficiently on the inside of the outer shell. Mercy. Mercy is a slightly larger but equally symmetrical map to Haven and was released with Halo 5 Guardians. It too supports Slayer and objective game types like Free-for-All, Team Slayer, and Strongholds. From a lore perspective, Mercy is set in an ancient Sangheili temple on the Sangheili's planetary homeworld of Sanghelios. Built out of stone and metal and adorned with Vesper bells, hushed scriptoriums, and oracular pools, this sacred haven served as a site of revitalization and recovery for warriors returning from battle. Regrettably, this temple was sealed off by the Sangshayum prophets for over 2 millennia when the Sangheili joined their covenant. But thankfully, after the Great Schism and the dissolution of the covenant, Kaidans and Sangheili clans have reopened and restored the temple, returning it to its former glory. And that will do it for Haven and its remake Mercy on this episode of Map Legends. Let us know in the chat and in the comments which competitive multiplayer map you want us to cover next. And make sure to subscribe to both HCS Pro Talk and Podcast Evolved on our respective podcast feeds and YouTube channels to stay up to date on the latest competitive Halo news and to learn more about Halo's expansive lore. I've been your host, Oren, and Evolve.
And now it's time for the rig.
Welcome, Spartans, to HCS Pro Talk Series Map Legends, presented by Podcast Evolved, your home for Halo. I'm your host, Oren, and on each episode of Map Legends, I will guide you through the setting and lore behind Halo's competitive multiplayer maps. In today's episode, I will cover the rig from Halo 5 Guardians. I will also discuss the setting and lore behind the rig's remix, Molten, also from Halo 5 Guardians. So let's dive in. The rig. The rig is a medium-scale multiplayer map released with Halo 5 Guardians and supports the Team Slayer, Strongholds, SWAT, and Free-for-All game types. From a lore perspective, the rig is set on a Leanne Dormund mobile mining platform located above the surface of the colony moon of Meridian. The Leanne Dormund Corporation, or LDC, is a private multi-use mining and security company that has established multiple mining operations across UNSC-occupied destinations. The platform featured on the rig is a dual-purpose harvesting station. It collects rare metals and glass from Meridian's vertified surface. Not only are these metals and materials repurposed and used in industrial engines and naval shipyards, harvesting the surface contributes to the ongoing effort to declass the colony. The Covenant glassed Meridian in 2551 when the Covenant successfully recovered a Forerunner luminary hidden beneath its surface. Molten. Molten is a medium-scale multiplayer map released with Halo 5 Guardians and supports the Slayer, Oddball, and Free-for-All game types. From a lore perspective, Molten's setting is also a Leanne Dormund Corporation mining facility, but on the minor colony planet Ruthersburg. Like on Meridian, the LDC extracts and harvests metals and rare earth resources from Ruthersburg's glassed surface and from its unstable magma that breaks through the planet's fragile mantle. Ruthersburg otherwise does not have a habitable population. Just the LDC and other mega corporations harvesting the planet's resources until nothing else remains. And that will do it for the rig and its remix, Molten, on this episode of Map Legends. Let us know in the chat and in the comments which competitive multiplayer map you want us to cover next. And make sure to subscribe to both HCS Pro Talk and Podcast Evolved on our respective podcast feeds and YouTube channels to stay up to date in the latest competitive Halo news and to learn more about Halo's expansive lore. I have been your host, Oren, and Evolve.
We're back. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Big shout out to the Podcast Evolve crew for creating those Map Legends segments. And also, Will and I were talking about it while they were running, and the music choices are just fucking phenomenal.
Great.
Like, holy moly, dude. I mean, obviously the lore is great and all that, but like, the music choices are so fucking good. So all I'm going to say is, like, stay tuned because we're going to have more Map Legend segments, obviously, for the Halo Infinite maps. So, like I said, stay tuned for those. It's going to be a really, really fun time.
Really excited for those.
Yes. And if you haven't listened to Podcast Evolved or any of the shows of HaloPodcast.com, your home for Halo, go check those out. Will's going to shout them out later on in the show as well. So, yeah, please subscribe to them if you haven't already. And yes, Snag, it was baller. And also, welcome back to the live show. Whew. Well, with that, let's get into some regular news. Leaked Halo Infinite game modes could be coming soon. This is by Halo.api and Halo Noticias MX. So there are 2 tweets that went out. And here is the list of modes that may or may not be, probably yes, coming to Halo Infinite at some fucking point in time. Who knows when. Multi-team. Assault. I can't do the multiplayer announcer voice, so you know,
I can't either.
Yeah, I can't do the Stitzer, you know what I mean? Extraction, Infection, Juggernaut, VIP, King of the Hill. Yes!
If I'm
Fuck you, Strongholds.
Curious
Let's go.
How well it will play.
I don't fucking know. And Griffball. So, Brian,
Griffball.
no idea how that's going to work for you, buddy. But hey, apparently it's coming back. The how these were found out is the multi-team one, Halo.api put out a screenshot of 4 different teams in the list. And then for Griffball and all the rest of them, there were medals in the game, in the files that would indicate that those are tied to those modes. So, Brian, I had, wow, fuck me, I guess, ready to post. Great. So I don't know how it's going to work out for you, but good luck. Halo Infinite feedback is being looked into. This is by Andrew Witz. He states, in a reply to Flamesword, he says, matchmaking and ranked are topics that are very high on the priority list when we get back. So fuck yes. Also, Turo with the tier 1 sub Areno. Thank you very much. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for the sub. Enjoy your... Oh, wait. We don't have emotes yet. But enjoy your sub badge. You'll have that. The emotes. Don't worry. We're working on them.
People need to get back to me.
It's on the priority list for January. So.
You have a list?
I do.
I just fly off the handle when I'm...
Would you say that you can ride your bike with no handlebars?
I could ride my bike with no handlebars.
There's another reference for you. God, we're just...
ages us a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Love it. And then finally, Halo Infinite lead narrative designer is leaving 343 Industries to pursue a new opportunity. This is by Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. Just a little under a month since the full release of Halo Infinite, its lead narrative designer, Aaron Lind, has revealed that he's leaving 343 Industries. Don't worry, though, as it's not a breakup. Lind is departing 343 to, quote, pursue a new opportunity in 2022, end quote. As a narrative designer, Lind's hands are all over the story within Halo Infinite, but it's not just limited to cutscenes, main story missions, and the like. A quick scroll through his Twitter reveals that he also worked on one of the best parts of Halo Infinite, the things the grunt enemies say, both while on ground killing time and while flying through the air after being punted high by a Master Chief thrown grenade. And that's fucking awesome. So, good luck to you, Mr. Lind, and can't wait to see what you do in the future. Turo says, about time, right? Been following you guys for so long. Felt like it was time. Well, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. You watching and all that, that is more than enough. But you taking that opportunity to sub, greatly appreciated. Like we said, emotes are on the way. And that's it, Will, for the regular news. Kinda games. Watch. Well, the CDL's fucked. You know?
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, you really, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's just go through some tweets that came out. So Scump said, competitive COD is down bad, and this makes me very sad. Hitch stated, "We've never had support, but we made it work because the players were able to find the competitive backbone of every title, even in the most dog shit of Call of Duty games. In this game, that's not even possible. Add the league issues on top of that. COD is in a bad state, man." Crim6 tweeted out, "It's obvious that the people at the very top of the COD franchise are not interested in making a great video game. Annual releases are an illusion, blatant reskins, to sell more product. They're only focused on making it good enough to keep the cycle going. And that's the real problem." And then Nadeshot tweeted out, "I went to our board of directors pleading for us to get back into competitive Call of Duty. I said, let's spend the money. Let's give our community what they're asking for. Just trust me, and I'll make sure the LA Thieves is a success. 2 years later, I guess I'm the fool." So, and then also, I should include it in here because I haven't yet, but, oh my God. So there's an Optic podcast that released that had Scump, Formal, and I forgot who the other individual was besides Hex, obviously, and I feel like an asshole. But there's an Optic podcast episode released where they kind of dive in further about the CDL shit that's going on.
Yeah.
And Scump basically just can't say anything with threats of being fined by the league.
That's right.
So Formal kind of spoke for him, but he's like, it's dog shit. Like, it's the game. So apparently, from what I've heard from the portions of the podcast that I listened to, Modern Warfare, the reboot, right? Modern Warfare had squad spawns. Okay. And so it was, the spawn system was shit, for lack of a better term, in Modern Warfare. Cold War got away from that. Okay. So Cold War, even Scump was saying Cold War, and Formal was even agreeing that Cold War felt pretty good overall.
Sure.
But Vanguard goes back to squad spawns. And he says Scump and Formal were saying it's so bad that the strat right now in scrims is to never go all four down. You don't want to be all four down, because as soon as you do, you're just spawning in the back the entire time. You can get spawn wiped the entire time. You can get spawn killed the entire time. And they literally said, just grab the hard point and leave. Just everybody dip out. Because there's no point in being there. And they were talking about how, like, just go to corners of the map, get kills, and you can just spawn kill them the entire time. And like, that's shitty. That coupled with supposedly, according to Scump, they don't even scrim search. They only scrim hardpoint. Like, teams only scrim hardpoint. He was talking about how it's 4 maps for hardpoint. And so you do the 4 maps, and then you switch like hosts or whatever, and then you do the 4 again. Like, that's all scrims.
What is happening?
Yup. So they don't scrim search. You don't have your third game mode yet. Still, they don't have the third game mode.
They're talking about bringing back control.
Yep.
But that's not even.
Scump was talking about how it's 5 kills now for a kill streak to start. So like, you can get streaks really easily too. It's just again, he couldn't talk bad about it because of under contract and being potentially fined by the league, but it was not a good scenario at all. And again, I haven't even finished the episode yet. That's just what I had time to listen to at work today. But like, it's just oofta. Justin, luckily Modern Warfare 2 should be the return to Promised Land. But when's that coming? Dude, hey, maybe next year. They're yearly releases. You never know. And that's another point too, is that they talked about how because with Modern Warfare, they were like, it's fine. We can deal with it because it's a yearly release.
Yeah.
So we can deal with this for a year. It is what it is. Who gives a shit? And let's move on. Right. And then Cold War was just better, just a better experience for the competitive community overall. But apparently Vanguard is just shit. So there's that. Justin says, Arturo says, before you guys take off, do you know what monitors does Halo Events use? And yes, there you go. Will posted it in the chat, Turo. That's what you're looking up.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Getting answers.
Engaging with the viewers. Love it. Justin says, has Call of Duty ever had a good spawn system, though? I feel like COD spawns are always shit. So apparently they do differ game to game. Now, I did not know that because I did not play them. I don't play them in depth like a competitor would, right? So I don't pay attention to those things. All I know is that the Halo Infinite spawn system sucks. And that's it. Halo 1 spawn system sucks. And that's that. You know, that's just my interpretation. But yeah, apparently each COD game can have a different type of spawn system. And we talk about it all the time, is that every COD game is different.
Yeah.
While I do agree a little bit with what Krim was saying, and I understand he's upset, is that it's literally just trying to be a moneymaker. So an Activision, you know, people meme them and put the money sign in their name, right? They're a business. They want to make as much money as humanly possible. Bobby Kotick wants to make as much money as humanly possible.
With the way things are going, though, with the game development, I feel like they need to slow it down, man.
Oh, sure. Sure.
But
I mean, you look at what happened to Assassin's Creed.
They're pumping out games so fast that the quality's it's tanking.
And that's exactly what happened with Assassin's Creed, where they did that. They pumped out year after year. They had a new Assassin's Creed game. And then they finally looked at it and they're like, you know what? Let's take a break. They did. And I think it was a 2-year, like a 1-year official break. So in 2 years, I believe it was, they came out with Origins.
Mm-hmm.
And that was revamp of the entire franchise.
Yes.
So now we've been in the same thing for a while now with Origins, obviously, then Odyssey and Valhalla now. But yeah, it is what it is. I agree though. But at the same time, it's like the annual sports release. People are going to buy it. And if people are going to buy it, they're going to make it. If you make it, they will come.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem. But that's also, I also want to say that my thoughts on all this are nothing against the developers that are working their asses off and are putting the time in to try to make the best game they possibly can within that year time frame. You know, they're only doing what they're able to do. They're doing what they're told, and they're trying to do their job to the best of their ability. So it's nothing against the developers. It's just where do we go from here? What do we do from here?
And it feels like they need to slow down. And it's the rushing and the get it out as fast as possible. This whole send out an incomplete game and update it as we go. I think gamers are going to,
and we already know that COVID took a big toll.
Well, yes.
On development. On development.
I feel like gamers like us who have been around a while are definitely starting to feel these effects of the quick game development, get it out there. Newer game, I guess I'm curious on how newer gamers feel about this because it's what they know now.
It might only be what they know.
So it's I'm puzzled at what's going to happen in the future of game development. I really am.
It's a good question. Shurzy
in the chat. Whoa.
Welcome back to the live show. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Also, can we give a shout out to the Europa Halo crew for putting on the watch along with the, if I'm not mistaken, the Arbiter production tool, if I'm not mistaken, for the HCS Open Series. And also, big shout out to Europa Halo for providing yet another roadmap of competition. Fucking big ups to you guys. Holy moly.
Oh. Justin says they need to slow down and they need to officially make Warzone its own thing and shut the old one down completely.
Make a proper release.
It's a fun mode, but it has gotten out of hand. Also, cheaters. Figure it out. Yeah, no kidding.
Cheaters could be said about one of our favorite franchises as well.
As of right now, yeah.
Big deal. Big deal.
I saw a video of a person like watching a cheater in Infinite, but they were just shitting on him the whole time because he's like, obviously he's got walls. He's tracing people through walls.
Oh, 100%.
But he didn't have an aimbot, so he would like trace these people through the walls and still get dumpstood on.
Just get fucking windmilling the entire time.
Yeah, he was just so like, this dude's obviously cheating, but he sucks so bad that he can't even win with his cheats.
Dude, he's just keeping eyes on him, you know? Yeah. That's all it is. It's just like, he's just calling him out for his teammates.
Sure.
He's just being a good teammate using those wall hacks, bro. That's all. Good Lord.
Man. Anyway.
But no, big shout out to Shurzy One. Big shout out to the Europa Halo crew. Seriously, there's something to be said about, like, we all want Halo to succeed as an esport because it's what we all love, right? It's what our passion is. I mean, hell, we have the show for a reason. And when you have, now granted, the grassroots program is a whole different scenario that we can dive deeper into later on. But just the fact that you guys have taken upon yourselves to really take the bull by the fucking horns and just fucking ride. That's the worst analogy I could have ever made ever. But I mean it. You guys make a full fucking roadmap, which you haven't revealed, by the way. But no, in all seriousness, you make a full roadmap for just awesome things that you have planned for the entire year. And to keep your community engaged, right? EU Halo, it's something that we've been following for quite some time, and we try to shine a light on as much as we can because you guys, Halo Australia, Halo Brazil, the Halo España, like there's so many regions that deserve more love, more attention. And by you guys making that roadmap, by you guys having that Arbiter production tool, by you guys continually putting on streams for your communities as well, like that's only going to help. And any way that we're able to help get that word out there, we'll do the best we possibly can. So, yeah. Thank you. And that's it for Caught Another Games Watch.
All right.
Which means it's time for Will's Adventures with the Nailovers. Other games too. Will.
Yeah.
New Year's week.
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Played some Escape from Tarkov.
You did.
Getting back into it. The new wipe, they've added some great things that I'm loving.
That's good.
You can no longer sell certain things on the flea market. So it makes you can no longer sell some of the best gear on the flea market.
Okay.
So it makes it so you have to earn it, which is good.
Cool.
People can't just buy the best shit and run around with it.
So it's not pay to win.
Yeah. I mean, it's in-game money, right?
Yeah.
But I had a suspicion that Tarkov was doing something in-game. I think this wipe confirmed it. But once it's like you have easy matchmaking, right? Like up until like level 10.
Okay.
Like I feel like they put people under level 10 or around a level 10 together. But once you reach level 10, you can have any range of leveled players in your game. And then also partway through a wipe, they just came out with an update and the scavs just become aimbots. Like they're like you're just walking and all of a sudden you just hear from across the map and a scav saw you for a split second and shot at you.
Fuck that.
No warning. So
Fuck that.
It's a little ridiculous, but yeah.
Sure.
Been still playing, trying to grind it out and having a good time. Also with Tarkov, they've been having server issues all weekend long. And for the first time, a queue to log into the game was introduced.
Server's getting hit pretty hard, huh?
So yesterday morning? Was it yesterday? Anyway, I tried to log on, and there was like an 80,000 person queue. And when
fucking bonkers.
And when Joey logged on, it was about 100,000.
That's fucking bonkers.
Took us like 20, 30 minutes to get through the queue to get on the game.
Sure. That's like some Final Fantasy 14 type queue shit. Jesus.
But I will say this, ever since they added the queue, the servers in-game have been more stable.
That's good. I mean, that's kind of the point.
Right. And they said it was never intended to have a queue, but this is the thing in place keeping the game alive right now. So
if you want to keep the game as stable as possible, do that.
Yep. So it's like that double-edged sword, right? Like we could all be trying to get in the game, and yeah, we can get in the game, but our servers might be shit. I'd rather be able to play the game and have a little bit of that 15 to 40 minute wait beforehand.
100%.
And what happened was while we were waiting to get in queue, we played some NHL. Which is on here. So there is the World of Chell mode, which is more arcadey. It's not like NHL simulator, so to speak. And there's a threes mode where it's just you, whoever you load in with. It's 3 players and then a goalie. And Joey and I reached. It's like a tournament with other online players. So you get queued in this tournament with basically 6 other teams, right? Well, there's 3 rounds. So 8 other teams? I don't know. Either way, we made it to the finals in our first run, like our first tournament we entered. And we're like, all right. And then someone disconnected. Okay. So it shuts it down. Like, you don't win, nothing. We lost. We're like, son of a bitch.
Sure.
So we played again a couple times. We didn't win. We had to go somewhere, do something. I forget the timing of the weekend. We played again, and we made the finals again, and we finally won. And we won by we scored a goal. We scored. One team scored a goal. We scored a goal, and then someone on their left. Someone on their team left. So we got a championship. It didn't feel good, right?
A win's a win.
A win's a win. But then we played again. We got back. We actually won one. It felt great.
Good.
Me and Joe were doing work in NHL. We had some really smooth plays, smooth goals. In our semifinal game before we won a championship, we were down. We were down by a goal.
Okay.
And it was a money puck, which there's money pucks where they could be 2. This one's worth 2 goals. This one's worth 3.
Oh my God. Okay.
This one's worth -1. So you score it, the opposing team lose a goal. You get a goal.
Oh, it's like some Mario Party type shit at this point.
So yeah, it's arcade. Penalties are dimmed down, so you can just plow someone over. Anyway,
kind of like NHL Blitz type shit right here.
Yeah. So we there's a few seconds left in the game, and we have the puck down in their zone. And we're firing it on net and getting it and rotating it around. And I'm like, there's a second left. I throw the puck on net and their goalie touches it and the whistle blows. I'm like, why does the whistle blow? Apparently they got a penalty somewhere. So Joey got a penalty shot with less than a second left. And he scored the +2 to go up. And we won the game on it.
Wow. That's awesome.
If they didn't fucking get that penalty, we weren't winning that game. And then we dominated in that championship, and it was like that. That felt good.
That feels good.
That's
nice job.
We got the luck on our side. Oh,
that's fucking awesome.
Stuff. We were Joey. When we, I don't know what it is, but when we play Chell, we're screaming, we're yelling, we're like.
Oh, fake. I know how you get. So I can only imagine what it's like when Joey gets in there too.
Yep. When we play, we even video chat. We chat on Discord. We video chat, so we can we point and fake high five on the.
My God.
We're in there like swimwear.
In there like swimwear.
And then of course some Halo Infinite. I need to play. I kind of slowed down on my winter contingency. I wasn't playing regularly.
I mean, you have until what
the 3rd, right? I thought today's the last day.
Oh, today's the 3rd.
So if I want to grind out 5 games when I get home, I might grind out 5 games to get the rest of my 5.
You can always do bot matches. Remember.
Yeah, those go by quick.
Yep. They go by instantaneously.
Especially if you get
an objective mode.
CTF, yeah, you just run the flag 3 times.
Yep.
A teammate will pull the flag and I will just wait on the flag for the next one.
Oh, yeah. They're not coming for you.
No.
Awesome.
But yeah, those were the 3 games I played. Sweet. What about yourself, Josh?
I didn't include it because it was just winter contingency bot matches, but I completed the winter contingency pass in Halo Infinite, so there's that. I think the last coating you get is stupid.
Yeah, I'm not a
the
fan.
Gingerbread looking one.
Yeah, it's just an awkward tan.
It's bad. But the other stuff's cool. So.
They should have made it more gingerbread-like, right? Buttons, maybe some
Napa gumdrop buttons.
Yes.
But no, I agree. They should that's you have now maybe they'll do it next year. But or maybe they'll have it in the store. But the thing that I want is like the cat ear shit. Like, do some kooky stuff.
Yeah.
Like, have a literal gingerbread man coating that has like they talk about how they can do texture and stuff like that on their coatings now with this new system, right?
Yeah.
Well, do that. Have like a gingerbread cookie ass looking texture on your coating. Make it look like that. That'd be really cool.
Okay.
Have like an all white one and have it be like a snowman.
How much do you think the conversations about, oh, this isn't Halo like stuff got into this? Like, I don't think they care. Do you think they're trying to stay too true to what?
No.
Because like the cat ears are out there, but that's like really
the Yoroi core is literally opposite of that.
True.
So like I said, if they wanted, I would love for this to be like an end of the pass reward, right? The event pass, an end of the event pass reward where you have something really kooky and cool like that. Or if they wanted to, which they probably would, is included in the shop so you could buy it. But just go crazy with it. And this is the first year. Like, maybe they're testing waters on some things, and they could be holding things back for next year or years later, whatever. But just get fucking crazy with this shit, man.
The feedback that I hope they take, because I feel like many people should feel like this.
Sure.
Because it's the battle pass rewards and these event rewards. Mm-hmm. Like, the best stuff really isn't at the end. It doesn't make you want to grind for that.
I will say the Heroes of Reach pass did, because I wanted the flaming stuff, but that's just me.
Right. But there's like, throughout that pass, there's like all of a sudden a random purple and a random, like, but then like the next two rewards are gray and then blue, and then it's like.
Right. When the event pass felt like, oh, I fucking, like, it's only 10 tiers, but at the same time it was, like, you get a funky AR coating, you get a funky pistol coating, you get just the funky armor coatings. I like that. Those were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do hope that the battle pass makes more sense in the future.
And if the image is correct, I'm not including in the show notes because I'm not entirely sure if it's real, but if the image is correct on what the updated Yoroi event, the whatever that was called, Tenrai, the updated Tenrai pass is going to be, a lot more cool stuff in there. They got rid of all the boosts and swaps, and they put in like actual armor pieces that genuinely look cool. A kind of bland visor, but then a cool one down the line. It's just they added different stuff.
Sure.
So I was happy about that.
All right.
Yeah, and then the big one that I played, because Halo Infinite is frustrating me to all hell, and I just don't want to play it, which is sad but true. Sad but true! Destiny 2. I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 because The Witch Queen comes out next month. It's January now, so it comes out in February. And I'm just going back. I do this every now and again where I go back and I play some of the stuff that I missed. And for the first time ever, so the Season of the Lost, where you go into the Shattered Realm and whatnot.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, I completed a season's quest line.
Oh, wow.
And it was really cool. It was really cool to get that. And I think it's gonna lead really well into the Witch Queen. And just hearing all that dialogue and getting all that was really cool. You've heard me say it a million times, but I think the gameplay is fantastic. In Destiny, it always has been. I think it always will be. And yeah, I just like playing the stuff that I've missed throughout the time that I haven't spent with it. So it's a good time.
I'll probably end up playing it again, but I'm at that point right now where I'm like, I don't want to sink that much time into Destiny.
Sure.
Like, it's weird because like the new patch will come out and be like, oh, Trials looks really cool. Then I'll grind to get my level up for Trials.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, man, you literally have to play every week,
sure,
almost 3 times a day to level up fast enough to be in Trials.
I understand. I'm in a spot right now where I need to get my power. I want to do, so there's the 30th anniversary event that's going on. There's a title you can get by completing the seal for it.
Yes. And
the title is Vidmaster, which is a callback, a throwback to the previous Vidmaster challenges like in Halo 3 and ODST. And I've never gotten a title yet in Destiny. And there was one called Forerunner a while ago. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. But I never got that. But then I saw this, and this is relatively like easy to get. I put easy in air quotes for those who are listening to the audio version of this. But yeah, the name of the title is Vidmaster, and I've never gotten a title in Destiny, and I really just want to go for it. And the only hard-esque thing, I guess you could say, is that I need to do runs of that activity on Legend difficulty, which the recommended power is 1320, and I'm at 1315. So I just need some more powerful rewards to get up there, which is where the grind comes in.
Yeah.
But no, as soon as I get that, I'll find some people to run it with, and I should be good to go. But that's my big thing about Destiny versus Halo right now, is that with Destiny, it always feels like I have something to go for.
Sure.
And in Halo, you have that weekly capstone thing, which if you go for it, cool. That means you got it. None of it seems interesting to me, and I already have the pass completed. So
yeah, I think that's
it.
I definitely slowed down on Infinite when I finished the battle pass.
Just touch knees. At least it wasn't feet this time.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh God. No, it's all good. I need to stretch anyway. But yeah, once I completed the Infinite battle pass, I really slowed down on playing Halo.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even been going for the weekly stuff. It's just too much of a grind maybe for it.
Sure.
For what you get.
Yeah, that's the... Yeah.
But then again, it is weekly free content.
It is.
Free.
Yeah.
Your time is what it takes.
Yes.
And playing playlists you don't want to.
And modes you can't get in the playlist. No matter how hard you try.
Anyway.
Or getting kills with a weapon that doesn't spawn on that variation of the map. Halo Infinite, ladies and gentlemen. Come on over to Destiny 2. I'm just kidding. Play whatever you want to play.
But Destiny 2 PvP.
Yeah. I've heard that. Now, I don't dibble dabble in the PvP, but I've heard that things have gotten better. Don't take my word for it. This is just people that I watch that make Destiny content.
So, yeah. I do love their PvP. The stuff that was going on in it gets frustrating.
Oh yeah. And that's the beautiful part about Halo versus that, is that with Halo, like, everybody's on even footing when you start, right? And with Destiny, with all the abilities, with all the different weapons that you have, so on and so forth, you have no fucking idea what you're getting when you go in there.
I have a chess piece now for my Titan that gives me 2 grenades. No one's going to expect that.
Nope.
I throw one grenade, they're going to push. Or like if they avoid it, they're going to not think I have a grenade. Nope. Here.
I have 2. Fuck you.
Yep. Going for double sticks.
There you go. No, I just, we talk about it all the time, right? Is that is a title that I can always feel like I can jump back into. Especially when new content comes out, because that's kind of what that game's designed for, is that you come back when the new content comes, you play as much or as little as you want, and that's it.
I'm curious, what is this mode you have? Because I'm at 1320. I'm there. But what's this mode you have to do to get this title?
Oh, it's so like, you know, like a traditional seasonal like activity. This one is you go through like
the dungeon type thing.
No, this isn't there is a dungeon associated with the 30th anniversary pack, which is part of the title. Well, the seal, I guess you could say, to get the title, which I need to do. But the activity is what you need to run on Legend difficulty. And if Jesus Christ, I've been playing a different activity, so my mind's wishy-washy on this one.
It's all good.
But yeah, you just kill shit.
Just kill shit.
You just kill shit. Isn't any activity in that game. You just kill shit. But no, it's cool. It's cool. Oh, I fucking now remember. It's like a game show. So Zur and the Magical Unicorn.
I heard about this.
Yeah. And it's like a game show, and you go into like the 9 area, and you start and the wheel spins, and that dictates the enemy type that you get throughout the run.
Mm-hmm.
And you go deeper and deeper and deeper, and eventually you fight a boss at the end. There's some cool perks that you get with like wells that are on the ground that give you like increased jump height and some ability recharge and stuff like that. But no, it's cool. It's kooky, you know? And then you get like strange coins come back, but they're only used in this scenario, right?
Okay.
And when you go back, like the little area that you navigate to is like a treasure room. And like they have a hunter section, a titan section, and a warlock section. And for every rank that you get, it's just like a normal playlist activity where losing doesn't derank you. Like as long as you just keep playing it, you continually go up.
Mm-hmm.
And as you increase in rank and you have what are called treasure keys that you get from the activity, you can get an exclusive ornament set for your character type. I mean, if you have more than one character, you can always do it for all of them. They're right there.
Yeah.
Also, there's a ship, a sparrow, I think, a ghost shell, whatever you may be. And that's also how you get like the 30th anniversary weapons. So the BR, the sword,
okay.
and that stuff.
I haven't even purchased the 30th anniversary set.
It's up to you if you want to. You do need to purchase it to get access to the dungeon, which gets you Gallarhorn again.
Yeah.
But
they said that content's not going away right away, right? Like I could purchase it late and still run it.
It's not being vaulted to my knowledge.
Yeah, that's good. But
I will say this. I believe as of now, you can no longer play the Forsaken campaign. That got vaulted.
Wow.
So, but what's funny is that, that Hall of Monuments, like where you can purchase old exotics.
Yeah.
So that was flashing for me. I'm going on. I'm sorry. I'll move on shortly. It was flashing for me, right? And that means like you have something there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have a cipher to use. Turns out, I think it's because I owned it. I got 3 free Forsaken ciphers.
Oh.
And that's all that was required to purchase the Forsaken exotic. You didn't need any other materials. So I got Bad Juju, because I love that pulse rifle. I got Thorn, because I've never gotten Thorn yet. And I got the Truth rocket launcher, which I'll never use.
Yeah. I picked up Thorn just for the fact of how
the
much
dots.
The dots?
Yeah, the damage over time.
Yeah. And how much of a beast it is in trials.
Oh, yeah.
Just because you stop damaging someone, they move away under cover. That Thorn gives you that, they're
still
not
damaging them.
They're still damaging. We have time to push.
Yep. And what is it? Is it 3 or 4 ticks to, like 3 or 4 shots to like kill them?
I think it's
with
4.
the ticks.
Either way, maybe 3 with all headshots, maybe 3, but.
And also I want to give I talk about Destiny a lot right now, but I do want to, I'm playing a lot.
Bungie.
Yeah, it's Bungie. So the one thing I want to say is they're doing their store. Now, granted, they've been around for a while, but they're doing their store right, where like these weapon ornaments that you can get are fucking cool. Like there's a Taken version of Thorn, like with the ghostly effect on it and whatnot. There's a lava version of the Sunshot, which has like molten rock on it, and it's like it has the red lava pulsating through it. Like there's just cool shit like that in the store. Halo Infinite doesn't have that. Not yet. And that's the type of shit that I want for Halo Infinite, right? I want those just really fucking cool weapon skins, armor coatings, whatever it may be. The ornaments that Destiny have just look super cool too. It's all this stuff that I want for this franchise that I love so much. And obviously we're in the first fucking year, very, very early. The game literally released a month ago. Less than. So clearly there is plenty of time for these things to happen, and they probably will. It's just, I really want these things to happen. I'd gladly spend money on it. Yeah, that's all. It's really all I played. I'm sorry to go on about it. Let's get into some shoutouts. Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. That included Nugus, Niwges. I apologize for butchering your name. My apologies. Also, we had Relent, Anthony ADHD, Brando Fett. Thank you all very much for the follows. Greatly appreciated. We have the Eric gifted sub to Sub Spirit, Rage's 17-month resub, Zarners with the 8-month resub, and Turo with the brand new sub. Thank you all so much for subbing. Greatly appreciated. Happy belated birthday to Hoaxer. Hashtag not just a coach. And congratulations to Real Life Spartan on joining Status Quo as a content creator. Congratulations to you, sir. Keep keeping it at 117%. Community creations, I have a bunch of them for you today. I got a boatload, a buttload, a metric fuck ton, a smorgasbord, a charcuterie board of community creations. Halo memes every day, reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Clips of the week number 138 by High Tech Redneck. That video released today. Halo Infinite map fly through. This is by Halo Creation. They're fantastic. Go check them out. The 4 most OP oddball tricks in Halo Infinite by Hidden Reach. And Infinite's new oddball movement tech, solo jumps, buddy jumps, and more by LB Bubba. Go check those videos out. We have Halo's perspective on COD. What is actually the issue? This is the Eavesdrop podcast, episode 119, with Trippy as the guest, as a matter of fact. It's by Hex. We have Vertical Slice, issue number 3 by Brian Makes Games. Big fan of Brian Makes Games. Go check out his newsletter. It's called Vertical Slice. Issue number 3 is all Halo all the time. Go read it. Halo War with Pro Players number 1 and 2. This is by HCS. These are the videos that they debuted at Raleigh. And they're really funny. You should go watch them. Speaking of Raleigh, HCS Major Raleigh 2021 team stats. This is by Power Up. We had individual stats. Now we got the team stats. Go check that out. And then we have 2 photo collections as well. One by Rachel Evans and one by Martin Garcia from HCS Raleigh. Go check those photos out. The best sets of brothers in Halo history by Moses of 400GG. Go check the article out. This is really fucking cool too. A home version of professional broadcasting tools by Chopsky. Chopsky skates. Jesus Christ, I did it too. States, attention aspiring amateur and home esports broadcasters. I made a home version of the professional tools we used to manage schedules and standings on esports broadcasts. Now you can make generic graphics and populate and update text as the show is running. Fucking cool. And finally, Seattle ringing in the new year the right way. This is by the Spartacat. So if you guys have not watched this video yet, literally, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's a Space Needle in Seattle?
Sure.
I think so. But during the New Year's countdown, they played the Halo 2 theme like as it was counting down. And
nice.
the lights were to it and everything. And then when it reached 0, Beyonce's Halo started playing.
Wow.
How fucking cool is that?
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a real thing. It exists. The link's in the Google Doc in the show notes of the show. ! Shoutouts in chat. Or if you're listening to the audio version of this, check it out in the description. It's there. And it's fucking rad. It's a real thing. And what better, the best part is that I love Beyonce's Halo so much. I love that song. And so the fact that it starts when the countdown reaches 0, I'm like, oh, it's just so fucking cool. That's it for the community creations that I have. And that means that's it for episode 216. So Will, without further ado, would you mind plugging the show?
You can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. You know, we're on like iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, and Spotify.
And Pocket Cast.
Pocket Cast. Go check us out there. You can join the Discord, join the community discussion. Link is provided in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show or the link tree on our Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, you can find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can watch us on YouTube. If you're looking for VODs, go check us out there. We're live on Twitch every Monday around 7 p.m., mostly on Monday. Sometimes schedules change and things happen, but you know.
What it is.
It is what it is. You can go to hcsprotalk.com, find a link to stuff there.
You can.
Shows, other shows.
Yes.
Other things happening.
Yes.
Check it out.
I'm updating the network tab of our website as well.
Very nice.
Yes.
I saw the messages.
Yes.
Going down. And don't forget about the fine folks over at Podcast Evolved. If you want lore, missions, books, blocks, or top Halo news stories, go check out their shows, Podcast Evolved, Mission Debrief, Book Club, Bills with Blocks, and Halo Headlines.
What website, Will?
HaloPodcast.com.
Your home for Halo.
And I will leave you with this. A rock, right?
A rock.
When it becomes liquid, it's called lava, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A glacier.
Yeah.
It's considered a rock.
Okay.
When that glacier melts,
turns into water.
It becomes water.
Yep.
Water is lava. Josh, you want to let the fine people know what's on the next episode?
Ladies and gentlemen, while I bash my fucking head in after that debacle of whatever the hell that was, on next week's episode, we have our HCS Pro Series results. We're going to talk about those. And, hey, maybe some shit happens with Call of Duty. We'll have to wait and see. Justin says, oh my God, that reminded me. I found a Halo theme in the style of Doom, and it's the best thing I've listened to all month. Vacuuming my house was intense. Please send it to us. Please. Please, please, please. Ladies and gentlemen, even with the OBS bullshit that happened, that is going to, for the audio folks, just to give you a heads up, OBS crashed. So we had to do basically a cutoff point for the live show and then bring it right back. So there's that. But ladies and gentlemen, with that bullshit out of the way, that has been episode 216 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for listening. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you're here for the live show, thank you for taking the time out of your night for tuning in live. Greatly appreciated. Thank you all for the brand new follows and subs as well. We'll be back next week to talk about who fucking knows what. But it's going to be a fun time because you know why? Because we're here talking with you. And that's all that matters. Because we love you. And do the do. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. We'll be back next week. But until then,